Hi, this is Representative J.T. Wilcox. I represent many of the small towns of Pierce and Thurston County, and thank you for joining me this week. Last week we had some excitement here on the House floor. We were debating a bill that would mandate paid sick leave for almost every employer in the state. And that really, in many ways, is a great idea. In fact, it's such a good idea that a large number of employers do that. However, this time the state wanted to require that they do that, and at the same time it wanted to include something that is often called a bounty hunter provision. And that means that any attorney anywhere in the state could sue any employer who violated, whether it was on purpose or not. You know, it makes no sense at all to make every single person who is out there trying to put people to work a target. And so House Republicans were debating this strenuously. And as things developed, we had an incident that I've been calling the Great Gaveling. You know, the majority party controls the rostrum and the gavel, and they decide how the debate is going to go. And it started with something so innocuous that it was hard to believe. Representative Norm Johnson, the oldest member here, a man who has spent almost a decade here in the House, was gavelled for simply saying, "Doesn't anyone care about small business anymore?" That was considered to be impugning the other side. So Norm sat down. Later on, we had a strenuous debate about the bounty hunter provision, and we had a member who took a picture of the vote. Pictures are not allowed on the floor. That was my mistake, my fault, and we got gavelled for that. Although it was a little comical to watch the Speaker's attorney come running down the aisle to, I don't know what she was going to do, chastise the member and chastise me. Later on, things, I think, got a little more serious. You know, politics and good government depends totally on people having an honest debate and being able to say the things, not in a attacking or an antagonistic way, but sharing facts. And so Representative Matt Manueller was our lead speaker on this bill, and it was important for him to share with the people of Washington and the people down on the House floor what the context was. This isn't just a single bill that places a new burden. This is part of a program pushed by the other side and the governor that will make it extremely difficult to employ people in the state of Washington. Other bills that are being proposed this year is a major increase in the minimum wage. Also, the governor last week rolled out a large program of new taxes, almost all of them affecting the smallest businesses and the smallest employers. It's important that we be able to share the context of this single bill. Representative Manueller was about half a sentence into his debate on that topic when he was gavelled. And the ruling was, you can't talk about other bills because this is a debate about only one bill. Guess what? The people of Washington have to live with all of the rules that we pass and all of the laws that we pass. And it is silly to not allow that discussion on the House floor. As floor leader, it's my job to protect our members and also to protect the interests of the people of Washington. So I spent 10 minutes at the rostrum protesting this, what I thought was an absurd ruling. You know, it turns out that when you're the minority, you lose all those arguments. And so after about 10 minutes, business resumed. We had a debate. It wasn't the debate that we should have had. The debate that would have been telling the whole story to the people. The bill passed almost on party lines. The only yeses were Democrats. The noes were all the Republicans plus 3 Democrats who agreed with our arguments. That was the end of the Great Gaveling. It was an exciting day in some ways, disappointing in others, and I think the result was not really a good one for the state of Washington. Last week, the governor had a press conference and proposed a range of new taxes. It was interesting. He did it on a day when there was lots of other news, almost as if he didn't really want to get a lot of attention. And some news people noticed that there was not a single House Democrat or Senate Democrat or any other politician standing with him as he announced these. It turns out that I'm not sure that those taxes are even going to hit the floor. So I think it's possible that the governor's proposals are too much even for his own party here. But it really, I think, illustrates a lesson. You know, I get calls every day in my office talking about the fact that the families of Washington can't simply increase their income or their revenue. They have to prioritize. they have to decide what they're going to do without. And they have to decide what's a good investment for them. And over, even though they know that I am not in favor of new taxes, they call my office to drive that point home. We don't want to be taxed more. And I think most people also sort of agree that it doesn't matter if the tax is going on oil or on some other business. In the end, it's the people of Washington that pay those taxes. And I hear them loud and clear. We want to prioritize, we want to live within our means, and I'm committed this session to make sure that we go home without placing huge new burdens on the taxpayer. Thank you for watching my weekly video updates. Please feel free to call my office using the number on the screen or email me.